Hi everybody, this is Betty and I'm here with Jesse LeBeau.
Hi world.
Jesse, we met
I think we
4.5 years ago, 5 years ago,
yes,
something like that.
Power 106 All-Stars came to the
Yes,
school. We
that's
played
right.
some basketball. We had a blast.
Yes. Okay, so let me tell you the purpose of today's post. It's a little bit different than the other posts that I've done, and we were just meeting. Jesse is a client of my bank, of California Bank and Trust, and he came to me with a dream a while ago, and we met when my daughter was still in high school.
Yes, yep. She was balling it up.
Yeah, she was.
Superstar.
Sandra was playing basketball.
Hi, Sandra.
At that
Does she
time.
watch these? Will she
Yeah,
see
she
this?
does,
Okay,
she
hi.
does.
Miss
Sandra.
you. Hope you're doing amazing.
And so so you are like the, oh gosh, I'm going to botch this up.
No, I like this.
Golden? No.
Globetrotter.
The Globetrotter and, oh gosh.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Tony Robbins.
Tony Robbins. So you are like both kind of in one, except you do this for children.
Yeah.
And when I saw you doing this at the high school and really doing your tricks and everything else, you're amazing. You're from Alaska, and you're like the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
Because how tall are you?
You got to go right to the height.
I
You got to get
know.
right there. I am 5'7", which
Okay.
isn't that short, but in basketball,
No,
in the
but in
basketball world, it's pretty short.
It is,
Yeah.
and it's almost like me being a Latina coming into America and being able to do some things. And so I
Yeah.
want you to hear a little bit of the story. We're not going to take a lot of time because I know that people are busy, but the gratitude part of this post is because you are an inspiration to me.
Oh, thank you so much.
And I feel like I've been able to do some things that I never thought possible, and you've been able to do some things that you never thought possible.
Yeah.
You've invited me to your church. I've invited you to things with my family, and to different things. Today you're at the Rose Bowl.
Yep, because of you. Thank
And
you, Miss Board Member.
And
We've got to reach a ton of kids over there.
A shout out for Deedon at the Rose
Deedon.
Bowl.
I'm shouting everybody out.
I know.
I don't know. I'm
absolutely.
assuming everyone in the world, everywhere is going to see it. Kobe.
And, yeah, there you go.
Go Lakers. Anyways.
And you're talking to kids all over. Most recently, your latest that you just told me about, you went to the Anaheim Stadium and you spoke
Yes.
to 7,500 kids with, 4 screens, you name it. You're in the middle, all the kids
Yeah.
around. And what you're able to do because of who you are, and if you can kind of see, you are genuine, you are authentic, you're real, you just pour your soul out there, and you really care about the kids. And the kids are opening up, and kids are opening up from all kinds of backgrounds in demographic makeup and age groups and so forth. And kids open up with the deepest secrets and the darkest things that kids normally don't open up.
Yeah, it's been really crazy. It's been, it all started for me with turning it from basketball into this direction. Was I was traveling the world and getting to play basketball with one of my idols, Allen Iverson, and people, particularly kids, would come up just crazy stories and share things with me after these basketball games. And I wasn't speaking or anything then. It was just they were excited about the tricks, the
Yes.
Globetrotter stuff.
Right.
And that's what kind of opened up my eyes when I went to my hometown and did the same thing. The same thing happened, and it was just a life-changing light bulb moment for me. And that's what I've turned and pivoted my life towards ever since that moment in my hometown on a little island in Alaska. And for me, it's just my story. It's nothing crazy. It's just an underdog story. I wanted to do something, and I was told my whole life that I wouldn't be able to do it, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and did the work and made it happen, and that was I got to go do the basketball stuff in college.
Yes.
and around the world and on TV, and so I think most kids can relate to being an underdog, like we were talking about earlier, being overlooked and underestimated. And then when I go up and I share and I'm vulnerable and I talk about the things, not the achievements and not the cool things, but the things that hurt, and then when I was bullied and the things that are kind of embarrassing, that's when kids
Yes.
open up. And when you share your humanity with people, the hard times, that's when I feel like they see your humanity and they relate. And even just right now with you.
Right there. When you share your humanity with people, that's when they can relate. And that, by the way, applies in personal life with kids, and it applies in business also. People ask me so many times, how is it that you're able to build trust so quickly? That's because of this. And you embody that, sharing your humanity and being vulnerable and speaking about the unspeakable, right?
Yeah, and I think even in today's world where, we're looking here through the phone, and I got this earpiece on, I don't even know what's going on, I feel like a sci-fi character, but like that's the beauty. We live in this world where everyone's projecting this lifestyle or image of themselves that isn't true. Even me, like, I'm like, well, is the lighting good? Normally I can use makeup, you know what I mean? But it's like the people who are having the most success and the biggest wins, whether it's in business or social media or personal life, is the people who are authentic and real. And like before
we
this,
don't need the perfect lighting. We don't need the perfect spot. We were just talking. I said, you know what? People have to hear about this. And you're a client of ours, and you've entrusted us with your entire relationship. One of the reasons I wanted to put you here, Alexa, hi.
There she is, Alexa.
She said
in the
that's
house.
not Alexandria. That's not my daughter.
Oh, okay.
This is Alexa, another relative, and she's in Texas, and has a lot. Alexa, share this post because I know you have a lot of people. Please, because I want a lot of people to hear this. So Jesse, you have talked to how many schools and how many kids would you say in the last 6 months?
Oh, a lot. So I did 10,000 in Alaska in a couple weeks there, and I did about the same, a little more. So we'll say 40, 50,000 probably.
Yes, and in Alaska you have the governor backing you up and really going and opening up the schools.
Well, that's one thing I've learned, whether it's like the Think and Grow Rich concept, Napoleon Hill, and those types of things that we were talking about earlier. You got to surround, and I learned it young with basketball. I always played with older people. I played with the adults when I was a little kid, and they would beat up on me, and they would wail on me, and I had to learn how to get stronger and faster and how to use my left hand. But it made me so much better.
Yes.
Same thing in school. When I wanted to be a good student, I sat next to the smart kids. I might have looked at their papers. Don't do that. But, I learned the questions they asked, and I learned how they think. When I came to Hollywood, where do the entertainers play basketball? I wandered in there. I don't know if I ever told you this.
No.
I wandered into this gym, acted like I was lost, and they just so happened, serendipitous, call it what you will, needed one more player. So I went over there, and that's how I met some of our mutual friends.
Oh my goodness.
And that's how I got in with the directors, all these people. Surrounding yourself with more successful people.
Yes.
So whether it's people like yourself in business, putting yourself around the people who are successfully doing the things you want to do and have the heart and believe in you and are building you up is so key in everything. And that's why I'm excited to be doing the things we're doing, and that's why I'm here with you today, because I want to learn from you. I hopefully want to give back value as much as I receive, and hopefully more.
And you are, and you're giving so much value, and this is what prompted me to do this post specifically. It's a little bit of a different post than I've been doing because I want to give a shout out, and we know a lot of people, and there are a lot of people that watch my posts, and one of the things that you're looking to do is really to expand this. You bought a bus. You have a bus, like one of those buses that Elvis Presley used to drive around the country, and that's his bus. It's huge, and you're using this as a way to really reach the kids. They come in. Can you tell us what you're doing with this?
Yeah, the bus is a lot of fun. It's how we get around. We shoot the podcast in it, so I'll sit down with people with amazing stories like yourself and learn about how you overcame those obstacles, so we can put out more inspiration for young people. It's like who I'm excited about, but it's for everyone. The same things we're talking about apply to everyone. Grandmas,
they do.
My grandma read my book, and she has written 4 and published 4 children's books now, because she's like, it's not too late. I want to take action.
And the name of your book is
Among the Giants.
Among the Giants.
Yeah.
There's this book, Jesse LeBeau, Among the Giants. You have to
get it. So the bus has been, we just wanted a fun way where we could go to school and have it be like a party and have it be fun. So we play the music. It's got a basketball hoop on the back that folds down, so we play basketball on it, and it's wrapped and has sponsored logos and me standing on a basketball, and it's just a lot of fun. So it's just been another way that we can go, because like particularly with kids, I feel that you got to give them what they want,
Yes.
so that you can give them what they need. So if you went in there and just started telling them, this is what you need to do, and don't do this or don't do that, they're not going to listen. But if I come in and whoa, what's this guy doing basketball tricks? And now he's telling jokes, and now he's making fun of himself. And what's this bus with this music? Like, is this guy Taylor Swift? Like, what's going on here? Taylor Swift doesn't drive her own bus, which is a funny thing that always happens to me.
That's
I'm like,
right.
I'll drive sometimes. Yeah,
Oh,
they let me.
wow.
I drive. Yeah. So the other day we were in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl because of you, and we opened up the window because people at gas stations, which is where it gets the weirdest. So they're filming me, and I open up the window, and I'm like, yeah, just a guy driving a bus with his face on it, not weird at all. Taylor Swift, she never has to drive her own bus. And then I slammed the window. And then the lady who was filming me, she was at the Rose Bowl, and she's like the head of marketing over there. And she's like, it was me. Like,
my
I was the
gosh.
one over there with you the other day.
That is so great.
But yeah, the bus has been a lot of fun.
Tell us a little bit. You told me about the book, and you have this program, this 24-week program that is related to your book.
Yeah. So I wrote the book because I was shooting a movie called Thunderstruck with Kevin Durant, and my parents were like, you need to start writing down all these cool experiences so you can come back to them later. And so I just started writing all these cool things that were happening, commercials with Heidi Klum and Kobe Bryant and these different things. And then once I had that light bulb moment I told you about, I decided I could write a book, but let's put life lessons in it for kids. So it has 28 life lessons, and we turn it into a curriculum with a workbook that goes with it, where kids are filling in their reflections and how it applies to their life, and it's all catered towards self-esteem. So it's just my story with life lessons weaved into it, and
beautiful. And
interactive with
you
audio
go
videos.
into a city, and then you team the kids up with.
Yeah, so we partner with, we'll find the city, and then we'll find the local nonprofits that we think are the best fits. So sometimes it could be the YMCA or the Boys and Girls Club. In Alaska, we did the United Way, and some local ones up there, because I can't
They can sustain it.
Yes, they can sustain it.
It's
So it's a
hard for you
long-term
to
thing. So it's not just
sustain
like a
it.
one day, oh, everyone's excited, and some people feel a difference.
So you're one man, and there's so many different organizations, nonprofit organizations that can actually provide the sustainability for the program, and they can really support that process so that the kids are not just left alone with, yay, this is wonderful,
Yeah.
and now what?
Yeah.
And I've just poured out my soul, and I've just told the biggest secrets, and now what?
Yeah.
But you're teaming them up with people that really know how to handle these sort of situations, and then they can follow up, and then you've got this program.
Yeah.
Now, you bought the bus with your own money. It wasn't money that was given to you,
Yeah.
and you came from Alaska, from not a very wealthy family, and
My dad was a logger,
and-
is a logger. He still is working, 71 years old, just had his birthday. Hi, Bob, Mama. We're going to somehow find this to you because I know you don't know how to work Facebook. I've seen your page. Everyone's always trying to add people. My dad's always trying to delete people. He's
Oh,
like, I got
that's
too
so
many
funny.
people. Dad, you got 12 people. So my dad's a logger. My mom was a school teacher.
Yeah.
My mom retired many years ago.
But your heart, of all the people, and I've met so many people in the world, and of all the people I've met in the world, you would be one person that I could count with my hands of the people with the biggest heart, level of integrity, and really a heart for really making a difference and making an impact. And you're doing it with what you've got right now. And I can see you just going global. I can see you. We just made an introduction for somebody else that was just happened to be here where we were meeting, and so I wanted to just acknowledge you for the work you're doing, and from the bottom of my heart, I am so humbled to be part of a tiny little part of what you're doing, and if there's anything that we can do for you, you can totally count on us. And if anybody wants to find out more about you, they need to go to your website. Yes, jesselebeau.com? Or?
Yeah, they can go there. And then we have attitudeis-everythingfoundation.org that has the nonprofit stuff. But I have to circle that back with you and thank you as well, because our relationship has been so awesome. And you say like oh, you want to be able to help. You've already done so much, and whether you realize it or not, there's probably close to 1,000 kids in low-income Title I schools in Pasadena that we've been able to reach. And you saw the video earlier that
Yes,
makes
I
everyone
did.
cry
Oh my
who watches it. But
It
that was because
with
of you,
tears.
and you made that introduction happen. And it's going to turn into so much more. It's going to turn into so much more. This is just, like you said, we're just scratching the surface. And
it's only the beginning. So those of you who have been touched by the story, if you've been touched by the story, you can reach out to me. You can reach out to Jesse, and I just want to invite you to join me in really supporting Jesse. And there's so many different ways to do so. I mean, we've been making introductions and just leading you and maybe helping you with your financial needs or whatever. One, a shout out for my bankers who are taking really good care of you.
Yeah, California Bank and Trust. It's been awesome.
You couldn't be in better hands with people that are genuine, that are authentic, that really get you. When you walked in, they totally got you. They understood, and they called me, Betty, you wouldn't believe he's right here. And just from the very beginning.
And not just one branch. I stopped in one literally up on the Grapevine, a couple hours north of LA. I'm like looking up on the app. There says there's one over here. And we went in there, and it was just this little town out there. And they took care of us, and we had to do some stuff with all the traveling we have going on. And so I've been in Orange County. I've been all over the place.
All over,
So it's been awesome. It's been great.
And thank you for trusting us. And know that we're here to support you. And I'm opening it up to all of you to maybe support somehow.
Betty's World.
And to my little world.
Betty's World. It's not just the world. It's Betty's World. Even better. This is a show.
I know. So I'm going to leave it at that. Deep gratitude. And like I said, we don't do this alone. And if you're finding ways to really duplicating yourself through other people in the different communities within the United States, I see you going global, and I see some of the people that are watching this reaching out and offering support somehow, because I think you know why you're on this earth. And I know why you're on this earth, because it's all over you, and it has been from the very beginning when I met you, when you just had a little bit of a dream. And look at you now. I'm so proud of you and just so inspired.
I think that's the takeaway for me today, and for anyone watching it. Like, for me, originally it was a basketball thing. I wanted to do this thing, and then it was a school thing, and then it was a speaking thing, and now it's a building an empire of impact for kids all over the world.
An empire of impact for kids around the world.
Yeah,
I like that.
And we'll do it because
yes, absolutely, 100%. Yes, we won't stop.
I love you. Can we end this with a hug?
Yes, we
I don't know if we're allowed to do that on.
Hey, we just did it, so there you go.
We can now.
All right. Well, there you have it. Jesse LeBeau, ladies and gentlemen. Talk to you soon. Bye.